Fisk unit. Fisk unit. Fisk unit. Fisk unit. Fisk unit. What's good, everybody? Welcome to Giants Outsiders, episode 20. You are now rocking with the hardest voice of sports, the muscle of the Giants community, Fist Vegas. And I'm joined by the sharpest sports bettor on the planet, the 60-minute man himself, Kyle Pizzle. What's happening, baby?
Yep, speaking of that, told you them Colts were a good pick last week against some sorry-ass Eagles.
I still can't believe
should have won the damn game outright.
Oh, my gosh, bro. Like that. Yeah, the Eagles got away with the most dumbest win. Like, if you, only a Matt Ryan-led team could fold that bad in the fourth quarter, bro.
We covered the spread.
Yeah, I hate Matt Ryan. I swear I hate Matt Ryan, bro. Can't stand Matt Ryan.
Yeah, I got at the end of the stream, I got 2 picks for him this week, Fist. I got 2. It's the giving season of thanks. And so I'm going to give them 2 winners tomorrow. Or for tomorrow. But anyways, fuck the Cowboys. Let me start off by saying that. Fuck the Cowboys.
Facts.
Sorry ass.
They ain't shit. They soft.
Everybody think we just roll over tomorrow and just take it.
We're not gonna do Pizzle. The favorites are not gonna win tomorrow. They're not all gonna win. Who's most likely to ruin y'all Thanksgiving tomorrow? Oh, you square teaser laying bettors out there. Think hard. Soul search yourself. What's more likely to happen? The Giants upsetting the Cowboys or Detroit upsetting Josh Allen in a dome? What's more likely to happen? Dallas pulling a Dallas or Jared Goff out dueling Josh Allen? The third game is a wash. That nobody that's one of those is gonna go either way kind of game. But either the Lions or the Giants.
But you know what's funny to me, Fizz, is like you talk to a Cowboys fan and maybe an Eagles fan, but they tell you, oh man, they ain't nothing but Saquon. That's all they is. They just Saquon. That's all that team is. They Saquon. Well, Saquon ain't hurt.
Exactly.
Oh, but they want to talk about, oh, you got this guy hurt. This guy's out. This guy's out. Well, wait a minute. Saquon, you say we're just number Saquon. So what is it?
Exactly. And the last time I checked, number 8 is there. Number 8 is there, bro. As long as number 8 is there, we got a shot. As long as he's playing Pizzle.
And we said that last week before all this has happened. Is we got a chance as long as number 8's in there. And I know the line game didn't go very good.
We knew that was a bad game, though. We did. We really did, though.
Something smelled fishy about it.
Because you know what it is too. Like, I know they call me Devil Fisk and everything, but didn't I say that a month ago? I said, I don't like the Lion game. I said that a month ago.
Well, here's the thing. Like, it's really a big deal to not have Xavier McKinney.
It's hurting. It's hurting.
It's hurting bad. Like I tried to be chill about it when it happened. Like, because I do genuinely think he made a mistake. Like, genuinely. But it's a big fucking deal for the defense. And that's the thing is the offense, as long as they got 8 and Saquon out there, the offense can still manage something. But the problem is we need the defense to be on their game. We need the defense to be exceptional. We need the defense to be strong. And if the defense is leaky or leaking, then we have to put all our faith into the offense. And that's something we can't really do right now.
Nope.
There's just no guarantee with the offense. Like, the offense is going to have its moments in those games, but there's also going to be those games where we need it to be a defensive struggle game. And it ain't because Daniel ain't no good. It's just because the situation is that look what our receivers are, man. We lost Wandale. We lost another receiver. Like, we keep losing pieces, and like Daniel Bellinger's still out. I mean, we just can't catch a break as far as injuries go. And I'm not making excuses, it's just reality.
No, that's not an excuse. That's an actual factual statement. That's a reason. There's a difference between an excuse and a reason. Us being hurt is a reason. Oh, whoa, what's that? Oh, okay. Let's get to these super chats real quick. Shout out to LA. First super chat of night. Remember, supporting big fish is supporting small businesses. All Tony Pollard is James White / Kevin Falk plus Cal Bum's media hype. Skip must be on crack if he think that's as good as Adrian Peterson, Tiki Barber, and LaDainian rolled into one, aka Saquon Barkley. Yeah, so Pizzle, I don't know if you heard, but Skip Bayless said that Tony Pollard is better than Saquon Barkley, bro.
I don't even hate Tony Pollard's game, but it's just Skip just says stupid shit, man. And what's stupid about Skip is like he says stupid shit, and then other YouTubers say stupid shit because they see Skip say stupid shit.
Facts.
And it's like, man, it's so old to listen to these whacked out takes that are just stupid, man. They're just dumb.
They are, and I'm glad.
Like Tony Pollard's he's a nice back, and like what they got with him and Zeke is cool and all. Like you know, I can sometimes be a little jealous of it, but it's not. He's not better than Saquon.
The key word is Zeke, though.
Zeke, like the combination of the two, you know, is what you can compare against Saquon. You can't compare one or the other. Like Saquon man to man is better than each one, but then if you combine the two, that's a different element that the Giants don't have.
Yeah, because Tony Pollard is a part-time player. Like you can't compare a part-time player to a full-time player. I mean, Saquon Barkley, like Tony Pollard wouldn't last getting 35 carries a week like Saquon. He wouldn't last.
Yeah, he's not built that way.
He ain't built like that. Zeke was in his prime. He could get them 35 carries, but Pollard, at no point in Pollard's career will he ever be built to carry a workload like Saquon or like prime Zeke used to do. He's a complimentary back, and everybody wants to compare him to like he's what Saquon Barkley wants to be. I'm like, what? Huh? See, and you know, Pizzle, this goes back to what I said, bro. Could you imagine if the Eagles tanked and the Cowboys missed the playoffs because the Eagles tanked? The earth would have stopped moving. It just would have stopped moving. See, nobody cared. They told Giants fans to shut up. They told Giants fans they should have won more games. But all these media people, they're all former Cowboy players. They're all Cowboy fanboys.
And they all fair weather too.
Yeah, man.
They all fair weather.
Jerry Jones would have sued Goodell. It would have got ugly, bro. And y'all hit that like button as we creep into 100 people. Y'all hit that like button. Y'all know the drill. Y'all know the deal. Hit the like button. Mm-hmm. Shout out to LA. Remember, supporting big fish is supporting small businesses. Yo, Pizzle, what's your thoughts on Fish saying we need to pass early tomorrow to open up the run? I agree, but I don't trust any of these receivers besides 86.
Well, first of all, you should trust 86. Good on you, LA. Here's the thing. It's so funny, Fist, because all these people, whether it's on Twitter, whether it's on YouTube, they all say the same shit. Every person to a man has said, oh, they better, only chance Giants got if they run about 40 times tomorrow. If they run 40 times, just run. Like just, and I'm sitting there thinking like, okay, so if you're saying it, you think that, you know, what do you think the Giants going to do? And so the fact that they're all saying it, it's almost like that betting thing, right, Fisk, where it's like you're just going to do opposite of what the public does. Yep. It's like I feel like, honestly, the Giants are going to be super creative tomorrow. I think they're going to play free football. They're just going to play, you know, nothing to lose. And I do agree with Fisk. I think they are going to try to open it up early in the game. And maybe that involves Slayton, but I could see them trying to air it out to open up the defense. It would not surprise me, sure, if the Cowboys come in and try to stop the run or, you know, put a bunch of people in the box to stop Saquon. Or even, here's the thing, it's not just stopping Saquon on the run. It's stopping Danny on the run. because Danny runs the ball well too as for a quarterback. He runs the ball very well. So honestly, to me, it would not surprise me if they let Danny go out there and try to air it out. Wouldn't surprise me at all. So
it's really the only chance we have because you gotta understand like the Giants are gonna have to put up points against Dallas. We can't. I think. All right, what I'm trying to say is this: when I made that comment in that video, where I was getting at is the Giants are too injured to play the way we want to play. Like, if our defense was completely healthy and could hold the fort down, and you want to try and establish the run and play ball control, okay, that's fine. That only works when you can stop the other team. Like, in order to be a run-first ball control team, you have to have the defense to do that. The Giants, on the other hand, at the moment, our defense is banged up. We don't have the defense to do that. We have to try and put up points and then run Saquon. Because if the Giants go out there and try and establish the run and don't get those receivers involved early and don't get Danny in the rhythm early, before you know it, we down 10, 14 points, and it's a clusterfuck. Like what happened in Detroit. So what happens in Detroit is they completely and utterly annihilate the run. And now you're asking the Giants to pass from behind, and we don't want to trail. So what I'm trying to say is it's better to run the Jacksonville game plan and try to play from ahead and let Wink dial up the blitzes and things of that nature and get Dak and them boys to pass the ball, because what killed us versus Detroit is all that play action, all the run plays. Like, we couldn't get Jared Goff to line up a shotgun and throw the ball. That's what you want Jared Goff. He threw us 2 picks that we dropped. Jared Goff stinks, but we couldn't get them out their game plan because we were trailing. I think Wink Martindale defense is suited to play from ahead rather than behind, especially when you got all these backup corners and everything going on with the Giants pizzle. If the Giants can get the ball, go up 7 early, punch Dallas in the face, get them off balance, and then start matriculating Saquon in the second half, we got something. We got some. But
well, here's the thing too, and I know nobody likes to talk about this because they can't visually see this. And if they can't visually see it, then it must not be true. But they're also, when it comes to football, there's also a human element. Yep. Right? There's a human element to it. And the question is, if you're a player for the Giants, and like, do you give a shit about the Lion game when you've got the Cowboy game on deck on Thanksgiving when nobody else is going to be playing? No other team. I know there's a game before that, and I know there's a game after that, but nobody, when they play that game,
3 hours.
Yeah, for those 3-4 hours, nobody else is going to be playing in the league except for the Giants and Cowboys. All eyes are going to be on you. Do you really think they gave a shit about playing against the Lions?
They didn't.
They didn't. They didn't give a shit.
That was the cockiest I've ever seen.
They were cocky, yeah, and they got fucking
Giant team was cocky.
They got punching them out. And yeah, I understand we lost players and got hurt and whatnot, but like, these guys were looking forward to playing this Cowboy game. This is the game that they fucking circled weeks ago, because I mean, if you go back and you watch the end of the Cowboy game when we played them on Monday night, there was almost a damn near fight that broke out where they were pushing stuff. They don't like each other. Like, this game has got bad blood written all over it. And if people think the Giants just going to go in there and just take an ass whooping, you're mistaken. Like, you're wrong.
I love it.
They're not just going to go in there and just get their ass whooped, or they're not just going to go in there and lay down and say, "Well, we ain't got the horses to win this game. So and so got hurt." No, they ain't going to give a shit for that. They're going to go out there and play their ass off. And the reality is, Cowboys, they've had all week to sit there and have every damn ESPN member Skip out there sucking their dick about, "Oh, you beat the Minnesota Vikings. You're really good. Like, you're great."
I love it, Pizzle.
You know what I'm saying? I know. I'm just being real. There's a human element to it.
This is Pizzle. Everything you said is why I've been sneaky confident about this game, because I'm like, this is the most Cowboy shit ever. It's setting up. I'm telling you, Pizzle. We've been watching football for 70 years between the two of us. This is the most Cowboy game ever. They just blow out the best team in the league, or the hottest team in the league, whatever. They blow out 8-1 Minnesota. The whole world's got them. Jerry Jones is talking about the Super Bowl. Michael Irvin's giving pastor sermons on First Take. The whole world is talking about the Cowboys. And here you got the little measly old Giants, injured, just lost to Detroit, don't got a chance to win in the world. And boom, that's when the Dallas start committing a bunch of penalties. Dak start throwing picks. Defense stops. Trayvon start getting beat on double moves. This is the most Cowboy game ever. I can smell it, Pizzle. I can smell it in the air. These are the type of games that the Cowboys act like the Cowboys. And then you get the Jerry Jones, and it's at home, too. If it was on the road, it'd be different. They always do it at home, Pizzle. The Cowboy moments, they seem to always happen in Jerry world. I'm telling you, I can feel it, Pizzle. I'm not saying the Giants are going to win. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, if it's a game in the fourth quarter, I got my money on Danny Dimes. If it is a game in the fourth quarter, give me Danny Dimes over Dak. Because at that point, that's when Dak starts to feel the pressure. Oh, shit. I'm about to lose to Daniel Jones. I gotta come up big on this drive. And that's when he folds. Danny, on the other hand, cool as the other side of the pillar. Don't nothing phase that, boy. We good. It just needs to be a game in the fourth quarter, Pizzle. That's all.
And it really does. They just need to put the Cowboys in a position of fear, of nervousness, because it looks like everyone's saying, "Oh, there's no chance Cowboys should lose this game," yada yada yada. But if he gets, the closer it gets to 0 at the end of that game and that score's tight, the more nervous the Cowboys get. I 100% believe that. And why would anybody believe in the Giants? That's outside of a Giants fan. Why? Everyone says Danny sucks. Nobody even half these people don't know who Darius Slayton is. They think it's all Saquon. They think he's stoppable. All these names, they don't believe in the Giants. That's fine. Like, whatever. I just feel like, to me, this idea that the Cowboys are this world beaters is silly. It's stupid.
And then, like, I just think after watching the Eagles lose to Taylor Heinicke, y'all should know. After watching the Eagles lose to Taylor Heinicke, y'all should already know. Anything's possible.
And this Cowboys team just lost to the Packers.
Exactly. And that Packer team is sorry.
And they're not even remotely good.
Because the Cowboys do Cowboy things, man.
Like, seriously. Like, and it's like that's one thing I hate about the National Football League is people just forget so easily. So easily. Like, of how, like, these teams went from this to this, and you're gonna sit here and act like you haven't had a bad loss.
This is a sports bettor's dream right here. I'm telling you, every wise guy around will put money on the Giants at 10. They'll buy the hook, get it to 10, or they'll wait for it to go to 10 because it's a 9.5. Nobody's laying on points with the Giants. Nobody would have no sports bettor worth his weight in gold.
Can we stop this? Points? Can we stop this narrative too that the winner gets OBJ?
He's coming to the Giants. He's not going to the Cowboys.
Why do they keep saying that?
I don't know why.
Winner gets OBJ. Like, OBJ is sitting there like a fucking trophy.
Facts. You really think Odell Beckham ain't made his decision yet? Like, we
told
you last week he made his decision.
Girls, and he's like some dude on The Bachelor wearing a fucking thong in front of us.
Facts.
What are you talking about? The winner gets OBJ. What is this?
And you know what? Before I get the Dimitri super chat, because I'm about to curse Kayvon the fuck out. Before I get to that, it's like, bro, OBJ is coming to the Giants. I will be stunned if he goes to the Cowboys. The Cowboys are begging him. They begging him hard, yo. Oh my gosh. Now Dak is like, yeah, I called OBJ. And I said, yeah, man, you come be a part of something special. I'm like, yeah, OBJ been in this division. He knows how y'all get down. It'd be one thing if it was Patrick Mahomes, Pizzle. It'd be one thing if it was Tom Brady, Pizzle. I'm like, all right, he probably gonna go with Mahomes or Brady. But really, he gonna go to the Cowboys? What have they ever proven other than that they fold in big moments, Pizzle?
It's just weird that people are like, oh, like even if the Giants lost this game, they're not in bad shape.
They're not, bro. We're 7
they would be 7-4.
Giants fans getting on my fucking nerves, Pizzle.
Like, what are you talking about? Like we still in good shape.
We 7-3.
Look, they got 7 games to go. They need to win. They need to win 3. They need to get to at least 10.
And that's a lot.
And after this Cowboy game, you're going to get 10 days of rest before your next game to get some guys back healthy.
And that'll be Ojulari and Evan Neal will be ready because Dable said if it was Sunday, Ojulari and Evan Neal will play if it was Sunday. So we know they'll be ready for Washington.
So, playing on a short week with all these injuries, it's a curse, but in the end, it's going to be a blessing.
Yep.
Because you're going to get some more time you're going to get some of these guys some more time to rest and get back out there.
And shout out to Demichi. What's going on with Kayvon? After missing out on Chase Young and Makai, I'm disappointed in Kayvon. He was gassed up coming out of the draft. Okay. Let me.
I'll make it short. I didn't gas him up. I told everybody this is what Kayvon was going to do. I mean, you could literally watch some of the biggest games in college that he played, and he was a fucking ghost at them. Like he made good plays against Cal, against shitty ass Pac-12 teams, and then when he played like Auburn or who was that one big bowl game they had? I can't think of it off the top, but he disappeared, not there. And then some people were like, well, he was hurt. But I think Kayvon's a good player, but you're not – I told everybody, you're not getting Micah Parsons. You're not getting that. That's not who that dude is. Like, he's not a bad player, but you're not getting these high sack numbers. That's just not his game. And this is why I was terrified for the Giants to take him, because the fan base ain't going to know how to handle him. They don't know how to handle him because they're not seeing the sack numbers.
All right, here we go. And Devil Fisk is officially in the building. I got my horns and my spear out. Okay, check this out. Every Giants fan who came on Twitter and came on my comment section on Sunday talking about 18 sacks, I want you to take those 18 sacks and shove them up your fucking ass. I don't give a not 18 sacks, 18 rushes. He got hurries. He pressures the quarterback. I don't give a fuck. Let me explain something to you. Fist Vegas wants the pussy, okay? Fist Vegas wants to stroke that kitty cat. I want to put my man juice on the girl face at the end of the night. That's my goal in life. My goal in life ain't to make out with a girl, ain't to finger pop her. That's not my goal. A quarterback hurry ain't nothing but a make out. That's all it is. Your tongue kisser, you might feel a boob, you grab her ass, and then she gets out the car, she goes upstairs, and she don't invite you upstairs for coffee. That's a quarterback pressure. Fist Vegas wants to be in the fucking bedroom, taking off the panties and stroking out the kitty. That's a sack. Kayvon not finishing the job, Pizzle. Those quarterback hurries are not smashing. When you ask your homeboy, Pizzle, when we was growing up, before you became a married man with children, Pizzle, and you got with your homeboys after you went to the club that night or you went to the house party, did you smash or not? Ain't that the only question you ask?
That's pretty much what we wanted to know.
We don't care if you kissed her. We don't care if you smacked her on the booty. Did you smash? So I would rather have 6 sacks from Kayvon than these 18 hurries. Kayvon, get the pussy. Go get that kitty cat. Stop making out with these girls. You're a loser. You're Mr. Nice Guy. You're finishing last right now. I need you to be more of a jerk. I need you to be more of an asshole. I need that aggressive headhunter, that monster who I reacted to when you was in Oregon. Because this guy who just barely hits the quarterback, who Giants fans want to say he gets held every play, I don't like this guy. You're not playing like the 5th pick in the draft, period. Care you lead the league in quarterback hurries as a rookie. Quarterbacks complete balls under pressure all the time, Pizzle. I've got this. When's the last time you seen a quarterback complete the ball from his back, Pizzle?
Mariota tried to do it.
And it ain't work. Okay? When you on your back, you can't complete the ball. When Kayvon is hurrying somebody, he can step up and complete the ball. Give a damn about quarterback pressures.
the reality is the only guys that's really hurrying the quarterback for us is Leonard Williams and Dexter Lawrence.
Facts.
They're the ones that are hurrying the quarterback, or really getting to the quarterback, I should say.
I'm so sick and tired of Kayvon right now. I watched Aiden Hutchinson just make play after play after play for Detroit. You know what I'm saying? And then I got Kayvon over here. He gets quarterback hurries. Give a damn about them quarterback hurries.
Yeah. I try to tell people this. But.
I mean, AZ's had what? Didn't AZ had 9 sacks, 8.5, 9 sacks last year as a rookie? Is Kayvon even gonna sniff that? Kayvon been playing since what, week 4? He came back for the Cowboy game,
not, right? Because honestly, the games are only going to get tougher for us. They're only getting tougher.
Kayvon need to, bro. No, damn that Raven game. That's one game, bro. I need more. He's the 5th pick in the draft, bro. Sauce Gardner already being compared to one of the best corners in the league. He's already a top 5 corner. Aiden Hutchinson probably going to be defensive. Well, no, they're going to give it to Aiden and Sauce, defensive rookie of the year.
I really wanted Sauce Gardner too, if you remember.
Yeah, you did. But we can't complain about that because he went ahead of him. I'm just saying.
I was crying when inside.
Even though we didn't need him, Gabriel Davis, right, for Philly. Jordan Davis. They had to sign 2 old fat dudes to replace him because they run defensive trash without him. If Kayvon didn't play tomorrow on Thursday, would you notice? If it was just Ximenez and Jahad Ward out there, would you notice it? Would you notice a difference?
I mean, and again, Martindale just told you, like last week in a press conference, he said, I've never seen 2 D tackles together like Leonard Williams and Dexter Lawrence. He's not even talking about Kayvon like that. He's giving the praises to the guys who are actually doing the job, getting the job.
And here's the thing too, everybody talk about give Kayvon time. Y'all didn't give Daniel Jones no damn time. When it came to Daniel Jones, y'all was on his ass from day one. But now y'all want to get Kayvon time? Nah, see, there's a difference between Daniel Jones and Kayvon Thibodeaux. Daniel Jones was a random. I'm 40 minutes, I'm like 30, 40 minutes away from Daniel Jones. So I knew who Daniel Jones was because I'm right next to Duke. Fucking nobody else knew who Daniel Jones was. He's the one you should have gave time to. Kayvon, who was projected to be the number 1 overall pick before he slid in the draft to the Giants. Going into the 2021 season, the number 1 player on the board was Kayvon Thibodeaux. And then, of course, the Aiden Hutchinsons pop off or whatever the hell, and combine happens, and you get, what's his name, Trevor Walker goes number 1 or whatever. But the number 1 overall prospect for 2 years going into this draft was Kayvon Thibodeaux. He need to live up to the hype. That's a different animal. When we draft Kayvon, I'm expecting Mekhi Parsons. I'm expecting, TJ Watt type impacts. This is what I'm expecting. Chase Young rookie year impact. Can he at least be Chase Young? We just had Ojulari have 8.5 sacks. Pizzle, can he at least be Ojulari? At least be him. What the fuck, man?
That's just not. It's not him. That's not his game. It's just not his game. It's not, and that's the thing. Is like everyone was going nuts about Joe Shane getting him. He didn't have a choice. That was his only option. No, they just had teams pass up on him. There's a reason why the fucking Jags took Walker. There's a reason why the Lions took Hutchinson over him. There's a reason for that.
I'm keeping it 100, Pizzle. After watching how horrible our interior line is, we could have took Neal at 5 and in the Notre Dame center at 7. And y'all called me crazy. No, Fisk, you can't take a center at 7. You think the Ravens will trade us what the fuck, bro? Oh my, Linderbaum. Yes. You think the Ravens will trade us Linderbaum for the 7th pick of the draft right now? I rest my case. We'd be better off if we just took Neal at 5 and Linderbaum at 7. Because Kayvon ain't doing nothing right now. Nothing. I'm going to say it again. Stop making out with these girls. Go get the pussy. Over here, quarterback hurries. I don't give a damn about them quarterback hurries. That's like finishing second place in every race you go to. It's like I'm a Madden player, right? Because I don't know if you ever been to like a competitive Madden tournament or whatever.
I have.
But one of the things that Madden players used to love to do was say, "Yeah, I was top 4 at the Madden Challenge. Yeah, I finished 7th in the Madden Challenge. Did you win? Did you win?" I hate when people do that. Yeah, I finished 4th place. I finished 3rd. You ain't win. No, Kayvon, stop getting hurries. Get sacks. Sacks change games. Hurries don't change games. Period. And it ain't up for debate. So people in the chat, Fish, you being too hard. Fish, give them time. My black ass. We playing for playoff berth. This shit is real. Ain't got time to get nobody no damn time. You better get in where you fit in. Or you eat with the wolves, you gotta deal with the blood, motherfucker. Ain't got time for this shit. Do your fucking job.
I mean, it's like we need him to step up tomorrow. Like he's one of the guys that needs to step up.
Yeah, do your fucking job, bro. Do your fucking job, period. I'm gonna be sick to my stomach on fucking Thanksgiving tomorrow if Dak Prescott is just sitting in the pocket calling his wife, making dinner arrangements, yawning, waiting for people to get open because number 5 ain't doing his damn job. He's supposed to be the difference maker. Ain't got time for these quarterback hurries.
It's time for him to step up.
Facts.
It's time. I mean, it really is. It's time for him to fucking make a play. And like, you know what? It's a good time. Like, here's the thing: if guys are going to be down tomorrow, then your guys that are supposed to be your quote unquote superstars, your top 5 draft picks, it's time for them guys. You know, Saquon's a part of that, right? Daniel Jones is a part of that.
Well, but we know they're gonna do their job though.
You better hold.
Worry about DJ and Saquon.
Well, stop holding these other guys accountable, and they high draft picks, but you ain't gonna hold Kayvon accountable.
Exactly. Let's all be fair across the board here, because Kayvon's supposed to be the face of our defense, right or wrong. I mean, I know Dexter Lawrence is kind of becoming that dude, but
him to be that.
Yes,
that was what we drafted him to do. Was be the dude. He says that he loves being here. Like, okay, we'll go out here and make a play.
Because like, this is just me. It's just us right now, Pistol. See, we the only ones who really coming down on Kayvon right now. He ain't felt the pressure of the rest of the fan base coming down on him. It's just us right now.
Well, you know, here's the thing too. It's like he's protected. And the reason why, what I mean by him being protected is he's protected by the booger eaters that continuously talk about Daniel.
Facts.
And see, it's like when you eliminate somebody from the tribe, or you eliminate somebody, you take them out of the equation. Let's say you move on from Daniel. Well, now you become the head honcho that they're all gonna point the finger at.
Yep.
That's been Giants football the last 5 years when it comes to coaches, general manager being fired, moving on. Like they just go to one guy to the next, to the next, to the next. And that's the thing. The only reason Kayvon don't get no heat is because he's protected by storylines like Daniel Jones.
Pretty much.
Because that's all they want to talk about. They just want to come after that head. And then when they get done with that head, they get on to the next one.
Yep. Kind of like Saquon last year, because Giants fans threw Saquon in the trash last year. When Daniel Jones got hurt and we was doing QB sneaks, everybody thought Saquon was washed. And that's a fact. Everybody was like, well, you know, can we trade Saquon? Can we get a 2nd or 3rd round pick for Saquon? And, you know, look at you now. But shout out to Latin 08. Remember, supporting big fish is supporting small businesses. What up, fellas? Super Bowl champion Mike Green in the building. If you're a Giants fan and don't believe in this, get the F out of my fan base. Dallas, your day of joy is over. And P.S. America trash is not getting OBJ. Agreed. He's not going to the Cowboys.
You know this, and I actually think OBJ is coming to the Giants, but I would bet anything that like the 49ers get OBJ before the Cowboys get him.
Agreed.
Because if OBJ's not gonna come to the Giants, he would much rather be with a more superstar team and the 49ers.
And I just don't think he'll
You know what I'm
do it to
saying?
Saquon. I just can't see him going to the Cowboys and like I can't see him doing that. Because remember, his best friends are Saquon and Shepard. I can't see him just going to the Cowboys like that. I can't see. I just think OBJ. Because let me ask you a question: Do you how cool do you think Saquon and Shep would be with OBJ if he went to the Cowboys?
Oh, they gonna talk shit to him.
And then let me ask another question, Pizzle. Who do you think he's probably eating dinner with on Thanksgiving?
It ain't the Cowboy players.
It ain't none of them.
Ain't none of them cats.
Ain't none of them cats. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's like Saquon said, man. I don't have to tweet him. I got his phone number. You know what I'm saying? It's like Saquon said, I don't have to tweet at him. I got his phone number. I really just think it all comes down to just Joe Shane. And I'm not ripping Joe Shane. I'm just saying, because I know y'all get sensitive when I bring up Joe Shane, but Pizzle, even if Odell is nothing but a number 2 receiver, now that Wan'Dale tore his ACL, homie, we don't even have a healthy receiver signed on the roster at the end of the year. Going into camp, Pizzle, we don't have, outside of some draft picks, we don't have one healthy receiver. We're going to have to sign a receiver in free agency anyway. Might as well just give Odell his 3-year, $60 million contract. We need, even if he's a number 2 and we draft Marvin Harrison Jr. or something like that in the draft to become our number 1 Pizzle, we still need receiver bodies. Now that Wan'Dale tore his ACL, he's in at the end of November, unless he's superhuman like Sterling Shepard, he's not going to be ready to start the season. We might as well give Odell his 3-year contract, draft a receiver in the first round. I think that's inevitable. We'll draft a receiver in the first round. That's just going to happen. Take one of those 3rd-round picks and draft another 3rd-rounder, because another receiver in the 3rd round, because I think our 2nd pick needs to be some kind of interior lineman. God knows we need some kind of interior help on the line, but it just we need OBJ. We legit need him.
I tell you what, read this super chat. Let me take a piss break, and I got to think about how I want to say what I want to say about this. Read this super chat, and I'll be right back in 30 seconds.
I bet. Shout out to Sherelle Parker. Gonna need a bottle of scotch to watch the game. That said, cowgirls will do what they do best, which is choke. Sherelle, that's what I'm trying to tell you, Sherelle. This is the most cowboy shit ever. You know they're gonna fold. They can't help themselves. This is the most cowboy shit ever. You know what's coming. You know what's coming. You just know what's coming. Shout out to Barth. We sweep Washington and win one more game. We make the playoffs. Yeah, we're probably going to sweep Washington. Daniel Jones owns Washington. Daniel Jones legit turns into everything I big him up to be versus Washington. You could bank on that. When he plays Washington, Daniel Jones legit turns into all the shit I say about him. Shout out to Ruben. Yo, Fisk, I know you are missing like 6 starters. I get it. In order for me to buy into Brian Dable, I need to see the Giants upset the Cowboys tomorrow. I mean, look, no, I'm already bought into Brian Dable. Brian Dable's a good coach. Him beating the Cowboys doesn't change how I feel about Brian Dable.
No, me neither.
I haven't had one complaint about Brian Dable all year, to be honest with you. I don't think Pizzle has either. I don't think we've complained about Brian Dable once this year, to be honest with you. I know we complained about Kafka a little bit.
I got nothing bad to say about Brian Dable. The Giants would have to lose every single game the rest of the year for me to complain about Brian Dable.
Yeah, Brian Dable's been great. I love Brian Dable.
Let me finish this statement on OBJ.
All right.
And tell me if I'm wrong on this. OBJ likes it. He likes attention.
Yep.
I think OBJ's got a little of that superhero personality.
Yep.
What better way to stroke your ego than to come to save the Giants season?
Ding, 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 ding.
Why would he want to go to the Cowboys when he's not even going to be one of the featured players?
He won't even be the 3rd option.
I think he's done ring chasing. He did that with the Rams, and he got his ring.
Yep.
Why would he not? If he comes to the Giants, he literally, and yes, I know Saquon's there, but he literally will be the it man at receiver.
Yeah.
And again, you know, I mean,
He's gonna be.
I want him to come help out my boy Darius, to be honest with you. But to me, this it screams he's coming back to. If he wants to ring chase, he'll go to the 49ers. If he wants to just
he'll call the Chiefs because Tony hamstring fucked up a kid. So he might go to the Chiefs. Tony hamstring.
I told you I knew it was gonna happen. You said it best, Fitz. Well, I don't even know why you was mad about it. You said it best. The dude's Sasquatch.
Yep.
He's fucking Bigfoot. We don't even know if he really exists or not.
He really don't. That was a hologram 2 weeks ago.
he did one little touchdown and then he blew his shit again.
Didn't I tell y'all Karma's a bitch? I told y'all Karma was gonna get Tony. I told y'all, I said, yo, Karma gonna get him. Karma got him. All that trolling he did, faking the hamstring injury on the touchdown and all that stuff. Yeah, look at you now, Tony. Look at you now.
Mm-hmm. But I feel like honestly, OBJ is gonna want to play hero. I think he's gonna want to play savior.
And I think he also wants to have fun with his friends too.
Yeah,
I think he wants to play with Saquon.
I think he got his ring. He played a part in that Super Bowl, right? So it's not like he was just given a ring. Then, so he gets to say, "Yeah, I played a part. I got my ring." Now he can spend the rest of his career just because the NFL ain't like the NBA where it's like how many rings you got.
Especially at the receiver position.
Yeah, receiver. Yeah, so it just really comes down to, do you even have a ring?
Facts.
And so he's got that. He's good with that. That's why I think he wants a multi-year deal somewhere, because he wants to be comfortable.
Wants to settle down.
And honestly, too, that shows me, too, like from a dad perspective. I know some of you people, some of these cats out here don't know what they're talking about. But like that shows me that like the dad side in him, where he's like, hey, I need to settle down somewhere for a few years, somebody, because my kid, I don't want my kid having to move all over the place all the time. That shows the dad in him. So I do think he's going to sign a 3-year deal with somebody. But I would bet anything that a lot of these teams, including the Giants, probably don't really want to give him that.
They don't.
I think they want him to prove it first, like prove you're healthy. Prove it to us that knee's good, because I mean, like, let's be honest here. 30 years old in the National Football League, it's young in everyday life, but 30 years old, that's like, hey, you just hit the back nine of your career.
Which is why I said once again, even if Odell Beckham is a number 2 receiver, that helps the Giants just off the simple fact that number 2 receivers get 18 to 20 million a year, because the number 1, like the elite Odell Beckham, if he was still OBJ, would be getting Tyreek Hill $30 million a year money. That's that Devontae Adams $30 million a year, right? That's what the elite receivers get. Any serviceable number 2, like, if, for example, Pizzle, let's just say Darius Slayton was that dude, hypothetically speaking.
Yes.
He would ask for a Gallup contract. Like, if Darius Slayton was putting up this kind of consistent production for his whole career instead of just this season, he would command the Gallup contract, right? That 18 to 20, because that's what Gallup. What Slayton is doing this year is basically what Gallup has been doing on the Giants behind Amari Cooper, right? He would command that Gallup contract.
But let me say this about Darius Slayton. I think Darius Slayton would be even a better receiver if he ever had a legit number 1 with him.
Exactly.
He's never had that. He's never had that. He was asked to be a number 1 receiver, and he wasn't that. And I'll never even claim that he's a number 1 receiver, and even though I really like him. But the reality is like Darius Slayton's never even, because Kenny Golladay ain't been a true number 1 receiver for him. So like I think not only would it improve the Giants, but it would improve a player like Darius Slayton to have an actual number 1 receiver on the opposite side of him.
And he can be at that point he could be Manningham. All we need Slayton to do is be Manningham, catch those big bombs for us like Manningham did. That's all we need him to do.
Manningham, Toomer, Amani Toomer was always a great Giants receiver, but like he was borderline always number one receiver all the time. But when Plaxico showed up, he became better for it. Because Plaxico could actually be the real number one receiver, then Amani Toomer didn't have to play that role anymore. And he was better for it. So to me, Darius Slayton is no different than a Manningham, a Monty Toomer, all those kind of guys. So, look, I would love if but I just wanted to say, I know what started this conversation was this ridiculousness that, it's the OBJ Bowl. Winner gets OBJ like he's some fucking princess at the top of the castle. And we're down here sword fighting with our dicks or whatever, trying to get the princess at the castle, Fisk. Like it's ridiculous. It's stupid.
It's very stupid. And shout out to Tyron Underwood. Fisk was popping. I don't know about you, but I think it's time to break out the red uniforms. You said we out for blood last night, so let's put them in the ice box. I love those red uniforms, but they never wear them. But I love those red Giants uniforms.
I hated them, Fisk.
Why?
First of all, we never won in them.
We beat the Eagles a couple times in them.
No, I don't think we did.
Wasn't Plaxico wearing the red when we beat the Eagles that time?
Somebody needs to correct me then, because I don't think we ever won in them.
I mean, well,
I don't think we ever did.
That's because every time we won, we probably won against the Eagles, so the percentage wasn't high. All right, but at the end of the day, I like them. I've ever had the red alternate.
I mean, I'm all for always having different. I mean, I like, I'm always for having some fun jerseys.
Too much blue, like,
well, shit. I mean, that's what they are. They're big blue.
I know, but damn, can we get a black uniform or something? A black or a red uniform is just too much. Give us a gray uniform. Just give us something different. Other than blue, what the fuck? Give us something different.
I'm
not asking for much here. Like shit.
I don't know.
It's blue. Like damn.
Well, so what I hate about our uniforms is I think our old school uniforms look better. Not that I don't think that's ever a bold move when your new uniforms are not as good as your old uniforms.
No, Pizzle, that's because the Giants blue is trash.
It's
our
pretty
old
basic.
Uniforms look good because it's more of a navy blue.
Yeah.
This new Giants uniform is the color is trash. Who thought of this color? Whoever okayed this color, whoever drew this color should be fired.
I don't love. I mean, I again, that's why I've always been a fan of the old school jerseys because I always preferred those. I always thought our 80s jerseys were better.
Giants should be in navy blue, not this weirdo blue color that we got. This tie-dye blue like we fucked up at the washing machine or something. Giants should be in navy blue like we used to be. Period. And redesign the uniform. Give us some swagger. Give us some 2022 something. Like it's so plain and basic and old. Ugh. I hate them uniforms. Notice we won 2 Super Bowls wearing the white uniforms. The white uniforms look way better. I love when the Giants are having the white jerseys on. These freaking blue jerseys are disgustingly ugly, and somebody needed to say it.
I don't think they're disgustingly ugly.
That blue was disgusting. Pizzle, would you ever rock that blue if you weren't a Giants fan?
It comes off a little bit like American flag blue.
No, it don't.
Like it's like I kind of think the Giants got that. They were like, hey, we got to come because like if you think about like Giants, like what does Giant really have a color? Like for example, like San Francisco Giants, they're like orange and black. So it's like somebody was like, well, what are we going? Well, let's just give it the red, white, and blue colors. That's what the Giants colors are. They're like
they used to have a red jersey, a white jersey, and a blue jersey.
But shit, I mean, if it makes some people happy to wear the red uniforms, I mean, all right.
DJ contract ain't about to be $25 million. Real quick before I move on to Jamil's super chat. If you think Daniel Jones is going to play for $25 million, you should slap yourself. You should slap yourself till your hand goes numb. No player. I don't give a damn how you feel about the player. Ain't no player going to play for less than the franchise tag. It's not happening. He's not going to take a contract for a penny less than the franchise tag. Y'all smoking that good dope if y'all think he's going to take it. And that's the thing, Pizzle, like I tried to explain to you last week. Giving Danny $40 to $45 million is the equivalent of Tannehill taking 30 4 years ago. It's the equivalent. Because when Tannehill took 30-something 4 years ago, that's when Mahomes is at, 45? Deshaun's at 40. So if you got Aaron Rodgers and Burrow and Herbert in the 50s and Danny is in the low 40s, that is the Tannehill contract. Am I wrong?
I mean, according to Twitter this week, he ain't getting another contract from us.
Twitter's stupid. Twitter need to wash their fingers with soap. But shout out to Jamil the King. Putting Adoree at punt return was idiotic. Might cost us. Yeah, that was stupid.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I don't know how Pizzle feels about this.
That's one of the dumbest fucking things Brian Dable's done all year.
And it's like, I don't like. Okay, I'm glad Pizzle agrees. I'm sorry, bro. When nobody returns punts, what is it? Week 11, week 12, we finally got one punt return, and now it's on the Patriots. Can we just put a fifth string receiver back there and tell him to fair catch the fucking ball? That's where I'm at with a Pizzle. Like,
what's stupid is like Adoree was like, this was one of my concerns about Adoree when he signed with the Giants was he kept getting hurt with the Titans, and we needed guys to be able to stay on the field, and now you put him in a different situation at punt returner that you really haven't prepped him for early in the year, and now you're just asking him to do it. I know he's done it in the past, but now you're taking your number one cornerback who's very valuable to your defense, and now you put him out there like that's Dable fucked up. It was stupid. It was stupid. Dumb. I'm pissed about it.
Me too.
And which by the way, it's so fucking fitting that the time that we're most banged up, we play the fucking Cowboys.
It always happens.
It's so fucking fitting. It always happens that way. It's like, oh, we're beat up. We don't have our number one corner. We don't have one of our best tackles. We don't have this. We don't have fucking that. And now it's time to play the Cowboys. It's so fucking fitting.
Yeah,
I'm surprised Daniel's not playing.
Yeah, go fucking figure.
Go figure. Which, by the way, he got hurt in the Cowboy game last year, if you remember. He got fucking concussed.
Man, look, somebody gonna get hit with a turkey leg that hit Daniel Jones the wrong way on tomorrow. Shout out to Mark Stewart. What's up, Giants Outsiders? We beat the Cow Clowns with the red uniforms of 05. Our only win. Oh, okay.
That's a long ass time ago.
Need to put them motherfuckers on tomorrow then. Fuck it.
And I think that was a home game too. I want to say it was like a Sunday night game. If I remember that correctly. I remember it being.
I think I actually remember that because Tom Coughlin.
I think it was a night game. Brandon Jacobs had like a good run, if I'm not mistaken. It's a long time ago.
I think what happened was, later that year, Coughlin said we're gonna wear the red uniforms to bring us good luck, and we lost, and I don't think we saw him again. Yeah, I remember something like that year. Like him saying we're gonna bring out the red unis for good luck, and we got our ass beat in them, and I don't think we saw him again. Shout out to Tyrone Underwood. He says, yo, Fisk, yo, Cop. If Danny is Super Saiyan 8 and Saquon is Android 26, Odell is Majin Buu. It's time for a spirit bomb. Correction. No. Odell is more like Beerus or something. You know what I'm saying? Odell is like, all right. Okay. So Danny is a Super Saiyan. Saquon is Android. Odell is definitely probably gonna be. Odell is definitely gonna be like Beerus or something like that. I don't know what would be a good. character for Odell. I don't know. I never thought of OBJ in a. I don't know. What would Let me think. Dragon Ball character could I call OBJ? I don't even know. I never thought of it. I'm actually at a loss for words right now. He ain't Majin Buu. Majin Buu's a fat fuck. He ain't Majin Buu. All right, Majin Buu's a fat fuck who turn people to cookies. All right, he not Majin Buu though. Maybe Frieza? No, I don't know. I want to call him Vegeta, but I don't know. He's you know what? If OBJ comes back to the Giants, he's Vegeta. Let me tell you why. Because if OBJ comes back to the Giants, he's basically gonna play the Vegeta role. The Vegeta role is the guy who basically holds shit down while Goku get his shit together. And that's basically what OBJ would be. OBJ would basically be saving Daniel Jones' ass, which is basically what Vegeta does. If y'all notice, every time there's a big villain, Vegeta got to get his ass kicked while Goku perfects some kind of spirit bomb or transformation. That's basically what Odell's going to do. He's going to come in. He's going to give Daniel Jones the energy boost he needs to go to the next level. And that's basically what Odell Beckham's job would be, to help Daniel Jones take that next step. Because we've yet to see we've yet to see Daniel Jones with a receiver like a OBJ who could create that separation, who could be there when he needs him. He had it in Shep. You notice, Pizzle, when he had Shep, he abused Shep. When Daniel Jones knows you're going to be where he wants you to be, he'll throw you the ball all game.
Mm-hmm.
And we kind of saw with Wandale a little bit too.
He was starting to build chemistry.
He was starting to get comfortable.
Yeah, he was starting to get comfortable.
And you notice he ran the Tyreek Hill route, but they bomb blitzed Danny. He couldn't get it to him. That motion deep crosser across the middle of the field, the Tyreek Hill route. They ran Wandale on it against Detroit. Wandale was open as a bitch, but Danny had got hit. And I'm just like, man, if Evan Neal was there, if Evan Neal was on the field, man, he probably would have got an extra second. He probably would have had that touchdown. But I definitely saw that the Kansas City and Mike Kafka come out on Sunday with Wandale. Definitely that when he ran that motion deep crosser across the field, that brought a smile on my face, Pizzle. It really did. Not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I hate it that Wandale's hurt. Sitting here thinking like, man, it's just typical.
That might be our blessing in disguise, though, because that might be what makes Shane say, just take the money, OBJ. That might be what make him do it.
I mean, well, that's the thing about Wandale is like ACL, like he might not be there till December next year.
Facts. That's a year-long recovery.
I mean, he's not going to be there at the start of the season.
But even when he comes back, you know what they say? It's the year after the ACL surgery that you're good. Like Saquon, this is a year after. Because remember, the first year you come back off the ACL, you normally suck. It's the year after.
That's a little bit OBJ too.
Yeah, but it's different with OBJ because this is his second time going through it. You know what I'm saying? It's a little different with OBJ because it's his second time going through it, so he's a little bit more comfortable. Normally they say it's the first time you do it because you're not comfortable with your new ankle. Well, I mean, not your ankle, but you're not comfortable moving on it after the surgery. You got to adjust to it. You're scared of people falling around you and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
But the second time around, you've been through it before, so you already know what the deal is. So it's a little different after your second ACL surgery. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a little different.
Okay.
How did you feel about how do I say this? Okay. When the New York Giants go into a game, right? What's the best way to say this?
Say it with the chest.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it with my chest. Daniel Jones is due for a fuck you game. He's due for a fuck you game. Like last year, we was in a similar situation versus the Panthers. No Saquon, no Galladay, no Tony, no Shepard. Andrew Thomas was hurt. And Daniel Jones went out there and pulled out a victory against a pretty good Panther team because that was at the beginning of the season. I'm just saying, I got a feeling that this might be one of those Danny put the team on his back and start going fuck you mode. Danny is good when he's in fuck you mode. When his back is against the wall and he knows he actually has to do more, he normally plays well.
Well, I'm hoping, and again, Danny can't do it all on his own. But do you remember that Jaguar game when he was like, "Hey, I'm I got something for that Trevor Lawrence." Remember that? I'm hoping that's what we get from him on or tomorrow, where it's like, Dak and the Cowboys have kind of had his number, and he owes him one. That's what I'm hoping we get with him tomorrow. But
I just feel like it. I feel like this is one of those Danny games where he goes out there and he puts us on his back. I just feel like because Danny does that a lot.
Well,
he has those
that's
games
the
where he
same thing that I'm saying about Kayvon too. It's like we need our guys that are supposed to be our superstars to step up tomorrow. That's what we need. I mean, that's what we need. We need our guys to step up tomorrow. We got to have
4 offensive linemen. I'm just saying this smells like one of those Daniel Jones. Where the hell did that come from? Games.
Mm-hmm.
They just got to cut him loose. You saw it last week, Pizza. He threw for what 340 with throwing the bums. The only way these receivers is going to get better is if you throw the damn ball to them. Get the ball in their hands early. Let them touch it early. Let these receivers touch the ball early. Come out, throw the ball, and punch the Cowboys in the mouth. That's how you do it, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard for me to not see that like I understand where people are coming from, where it's like the Cowboys are, they're gonna steamroll the Giants and this and that, but like they haven't. I mean, the Giants all year long haven't been steamrolled.
Nope.
They had a game where they played Seattle where they were tired, they were worn down, had a long travel. They just came off that. They had a couple weeks prior to that, they had been to the London game. They just looked like a tired football team. Last week is an exception because I don't think they gave a shit about that Lions game.
I don't think they did either.
I don't think they did either. And to me, like the one loss that they've really had this year is the Cowboy game. Like that to me is there, and I think that team knows it too. And if I think they're going to play the way I think they're going to play, look, guys, there's still some dogs out there for the Giants, and they were in that game. And to me, this is an important game for the team, and they know that's an important game. And I think the Cowboys are coming in a little fat and sassy.
Pretty much. Right where we want them.
Right where we want them.
Because if they had lost to the Minnesota, we would have got that 40-point ass kicking. That was a focused Cowboy team versus Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they wanted that game. You know what I'm saying? And if they had lost 2 in a row, that's the laser-focused Cowboy team that we would be getting tomorrow. But because they won that game and they don't take the Giants serious to begin with, I think we can catch them slipping.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I just that's the way I see the possibilities for tomorrow. But it's like I really don't even care to prove anybody to even sorry about that. To even try to prove myself to people. It's like I don't care if you don't believe it or not. Does that make sense?
No, that makes perfectly good sense. I know what I care about, Pizzle. I care about getting 100 likes. We are an hour into the show, and we ain't got 100 likes yet. We got 160 people in here.
I mean, honestly, Fizz, they didn't. Not to interrupt. I know we need to get them likes up, but they didn't believe us when we said, that Daniel Jones was going to do what he's going to do. Nobody believed me and Darius Slade. Nobody.
Nobody believed me when I said 10 wins. I had to convince you we was going to win 10. You thought we was going to win 8 or 9.
I did. I know. And so it's like, to me, it's like I don't even care to convince them about tomorrow, because because they didn't believe us all year anyways.
Pretty much. And now you got people thinking the Commanders are better than us.
Yeah, the Giants going to finish last in NFC East.
Yeah, okay, sure. Like the Commanders, come on now, like stop. Daniel Jones is going to sweep the Commanders. Watch. All this Commander talk. Yeah, okay. Sure. Good luck with that. Okay. Especially when we're a little bit healthier. In 10 days, we're going to have our offensive line back. We're going to get Ojulari back. Yeah, okay. I'm not scared of the Commanders. I'm not scared of Jeff Saturday and the Colts.
By the way, Dak was having a trash game against the Packers 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
He was having a doo-doo game, throwing multiple interceptions. And it's not like this. Look, the Giants defense is definitely going to miss Xavier McKinney. Definitely going to miss Adoree Jackson. No question about it. But there's still some dogs on that defense that could cause havoc for Dak. And to me, we need our pass rush to help our secondary. But if that happens, Dak is very capable of having a shit game tomorrow.
Facts.
He's very capable of having that. He's not some fucking boogeyman.
Nope. Never has been, never will be.
I mean, it's crazy to me how it's so funny, because Cowboy fans were ready to jump off the fucking bridge this time last week. And then they have the Viking game, and they've been silently celebrating our injury report this week. And now all of a sudden they're feeling froggy and they're jumping all over the place.
And what kills me with the Minnesota game is all Minnesota fans are like, whatever. Whatever. We just beat the Bills. It was bound to happen. You know what I'm saying? It's a spot league, bro. Like, it's a spot league. Hell, you bet the Colts earlier this year because they had lost 2 straight games. It's like eventually you just gotta know how this shit goes, the ebb and flows of a season.
I mean, you look at like, here's the thing too. Everyone was making, not to say that this is any comparison for us against the Cowboys, but everybody was talking about how terrible Jeff Saturday was as a hire for the Colts.
Yep.
How terrible the Colts were, how great the Eagles were, how they had the MVP in Jalen Hurts, yet they struggled to death to beat the fucking Colts last week. A 1-point win. Supposedly one of the Super Bowl favorites just beat a team that might have a top 5 draft pick. So this idea that, you're going to get steamrolled. Well, just look at the example from the Colts and Eagles and realize that can happen in this league in a fucking heartbeat.
Hell, Jeff Saturday beat the Raiders.
Yeah, and
I know the Raiders aren't a good team.
By the way, the same network that's been sucking the Cowboys all week, we're saying how terrible of a hire Jeff Saturday is.
And look at him now.
He just beat the Raiders, and he had the fucking Eagles on the ropes.
Remember 2 years ago, Pizzle, we went to Seattle with Colt McCoy and won a game.
I can't say, man, listen, yeah, we did. You're right. And no one said we had a chance there. I'm so fucking tired of listening to Dak shit. Like, y'all losing Dak every time. The situation's changed.
Pretty much.
Dak is 1-0 against a Brian Dable-led team. I don't give a shit what he did against 2020 or 2021 or 2019. Don't give a shit. Tell me what he did this year. No, I'm sorry. Dak ain't 1-0 against this Brian because he didn't play the first game.
Yeah, that was Cooper
Rush did. So Dak ain't never beat a Brian Dable team. Period. He's 0-0. That's a
And on
completely
top of
different thing.
that, Cowboy fans, y'all better be scared. Y'all better enjoy this while you can, because Jerry Jones is about to clean house on that Cowboy team. Because he got to make money for Diggs, he got to make money for Parsons, he got to make money for CeeDee Lamb, he got to make money for Tony Pollard. So if y'all think he finna give OBJ a 3-year deal, y'all smoking crack.
Let me tell you something else too, Fizz. Did you hate EDP?
After I found out who he was, yeah.
Okay. Do you remember the video that he made where he's showing his booty on YouTube and he was shaking that ass? Remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
If the Giants win tomorrow, because all these people done pissed me off all week long, and some of them in here, I'm probably gonna pull an EDP tomorrow. I'm gonna be shaking that ass for everybody.
And you know what?
I'm going crazy.
The amount of shit we gonna talk if the Giants,
yeah, they better hope we don't win tomorrow.
Oh my goodness! Oh my gosh! Y'all don't want to know the amount of shit I'm gonna be talking. It's gonna be next Wednesday, and I'm gonna be like, "Did you see Daniel Jones throw that touchdown to Darius Slayton? Did you see the fans cried?" I'm gonna bring it up every video. I'm gonna be insufferable. I'm gonna be so insufferable if we win this game tomorrow, and Cowboy fans been talking all this shit. I'm gonna be insufferable. But back to my original point. Cowboy fans, this is it. If y'all don't win this year, it's over. The Giants are better than you. The Eagles are better than you going forward. It's over. Because if you think Joe Shane and Brian Dable are not going to get Daniel Jones weapons next year, you're sadly mistaken. This is the worst the Giants are going to be, Pizzle, for a long time.
The Cowboys, from a contract standpoint, they're fucked.
They're super fucked.
They better get it done this year. I mean, it's this year or they're fucked. They really are. And guess what? Your contracts are already fucked as is, and eventually, you think Micah Parsons is going to keep playing on that rookie deal?
That's $35 million for him because they're already getting 30.
Oh, and it's so funny because I got an idiot out there that likes to say, "Oh, he's LT, he's LT." Okay, well let if he's LT, then pay him like the best.
Yeah, exactly.
You pay him as the best defensive player in the league. Then go ahead.
Because Aaron Donald getting 30.
Yeah, see how? Yeah.
So, and that's right. That's 2022. Parsons is doing 2024. By the time 2024 come around, Lord knows.
Oh, they gonna be fucked. They better get it this year.
And what about the $25 million a year they're gonna have to get as Trevin Diggs? What about that?
They super fucked.
Oh, and I ain't bring this up, Cowboy fans. What about that? Didn't y'all give him a 4-year deal, not a 5-year deal? Ain't he gonna be due for a contract extension the same year as fucking Micah Parsons? Ooh. Good luck with that one. Good luck. And you know what I'm saying, Pizzle? Like I said, man, this is the worst the Giants are gonna be under Joe Shane. Because he's gonna fix the receiver position. Yeah. This is hands down, like Joe Shane probably already got 5 wide receivers that he know he's probably gonna draft. Like
that's the thing. That's the thing about this year that I'm honest. I don't know how this year is gonna finish out for us, but I'm so and I never say this shit, but like I'm so excited for the offseason because of the potentialness that this team has going forward. When 2023 comes around, I'm gonna be so fucking excited. Because I think this team is the sky's the limit for this team next year. And as far as this year goes, I still think they can do good things. I still think they can achieve some awesome shit. But it's like I'm really excited about like this time last year, I wasn't excited about shit. I didn't know what direction they were going to go in. I didn't know what the fuck was going to happen. I didn't know if Joe Judge was that dude. I mean, all kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff. But like, I'm so excited about the offseason this year because Yeah, they fix that position. They're gonna be good. They're gonna be really good.
And that's the thing, man. Like, and I feel good because I know Daniel Jones is coming back because we're gonna win too many games to replace him, even if they wanted to. So, and I just can't wait to see what Danny is gonna do year 2 under Brian Dable and Matt Kafka with some weapons out there. Because, like, we know Kafka and Dable want to throw that damn ball. We know that's what they want to do. That's what they did at Kansas City. That's what they did in Buffalo. They want to throw the ball. They don't want to run this ball control. It's got to be killing Dable and Kafka as offensive coordinators to have these fucking receivers out there who can't do shit. It's got to be killing them. I know. I'm willing to bet my bottom dollar that Brian Dable is like, look, listen, Joe, listen, we need OBJ. Like, we can't keep doing this. Like, we know OBJ, and I'm saying this now. OBJ is not a bona fide number one. He's not Stephon Diggs. He's not that no more. But what Giants fans need to understand is number 2 receiver version of OBJ is still better than anything we have. Number 2 version of OBJ can still beat number 1 corners. Bad OBJ is still a route technician who can get separation against anybody. He just can't take slant 70 yards to the crib like he used to. But he can still run those short and medium routes. He showed you in a Super Bowl, he could still beat you on the outside for a touchdown. So he might not be the explosive 4-3 guy that he was in 2014, but he can still create separation, get open, and make plays. And right now, Pizzle, the Giants don't have a corner that could beat. We don't have a receiver that could beat man coverage. That's why the Lions played man-to-man on us all game into the fourth quarter. They manned us up, and they dared Saquon to beat us, and we couldn't do it. That's what happened to the 09 Giants, Pizzle. In 09, when we lost Plexico, teams just manned up across the board, stacked the box, and said Hickson and Steve Smith beat us.
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't do it. In order to help Saquon, in order to help Slayton, in order to help Danny, you need OBJ. You need somebody that the defense says, shit, we can't just man up. You're not going to leave OBJ one-on-one with any corner on the island, Pizzle. You're not going to do that. I don't care what you feel about OBJ. That ain't going to happen. Because remember, the dude was getting open in Cleveland. Baker just couldn't hit him.
Here's the thing, too, is Cowboys got one of the worst run defenses in the league. Let's not forget that. So this idea that the Cowboys are just going to easily stop Saquon, they hadn't been doing that fucking all year long. That's why the Packers did so good again. They ran all over their ass.
Pretty much.
I mean, fucking Kirk, and like here's another thing: is every time Kirk Cousins plays in a big time prime time game, like a big
something
game,
bad happens.
Something bad always happens.
Should have saw that. We all should have saw that coming. Well, actually, the problem was the books. All right, so here's the problem, and I'm sure you'll co-sign this, Pizzle. That line was supposed to be Minnesota -3.
They told you the Cowboys is going to win.
Yeah, but when the books were scared to make Minnesota that 3-point favorite, you should have known Dallas. Everybody knew Dallas was going to win. If you were sharp better, you already knew what time it was with that. Because at that point, the books are telling you, we're not giving you points with Dallas. We're not doing it.
Mm-mm.
They weren't going to take that loss. The books were not going to take that loss because, Pizzle, you and I both know, 8-1 team at home should be 8-1 team at home getting 3 points.
Yeah,
minimal.
Should be.
I don't give a damn who they playing. Even if they played the Eagles, the Eagles got the 3 points against them at home earlier this year when they was both undefeated. Mm-hmm. So it was like the home team, when you're good, you get that 3 points. So when you got the Dallas team coming off an embarrassing loss as a favorite, you just know. Certain things when it comes to sports betting, it's like, yeah, okay, I see you, Vegas. I get it. Mm-hmm. Yep. Shout out to Corey. He says, good luck tomorrow. You'll need it. Yeah, okay. Fuck your luck, though. Fuck your Eagles, too, Corey. Shout out to Corey. Oh, and your boy Bron is a fraud, just like the Giants. Yeah, I ain't fucking with LeBron right now. So I'm actually I'll co-sign the LeBron part. I ain't fucking with LeBron right now. But look, if we get OBJ and you got Slayton burning people over the top, you got OBJ making sure Danny moves the chains on third down and short yardage situations. Saquon in the backfield. Oh, real quick. That's my complaint with Dable. I found one complaint with Brian Dable. Can we? I know. Never mind. I don't have no, because I just remember Saquon dropping that ball in the flat on Sunday. I wanted to say, can we use Saquon as more of a slot receiver like they do McCaffrey and Kamara to help the passing game? But then again, Saquon be dropping shit, so never mind. But I was really starting to wonder why we don't use Saquon in the like why we don't use him in the passing game more like Kamara and.
But I think you're going to see that tomorrow, though.
I hope so.
I think you're going to see that.
We got to get him more.
I think you're going to see a creative Giants offense tomorrow.
Yeah, because I'm like, why can't Saquon catch like 5 balls a game and just see what happens? Like, just throwing the fucking ball, bro. Like, get him in space.
I think you're going to see it tomorrow. I think you are.
Shout out to NY for life. Playoffs own Dallas. Simple as that. Straight clowns. That's what I'm saying. OBJ knows they're going to fold in the playoffs, bro. Everybody's talking about Dallas. What happened to the Eagles? I'm holding the media accountable. What happened to your darling Eagles? The Cowboys have one good game. Now, all of a sudden, Tom Brady don't exist. Jalen Hurts and the Eagles don't exist. It's like the past 3 days, Pizzle, it's just been Cowboys. It's like a foregone conclusion that the Cowboys are going to the Super Bowl. This shit is laughable. It's laughable.
Yeah. And eventually, one day when the hell freezes over, Cowboy fans will be right, and the Super Bowl, and then they can finally say, "Well, yeah, 1 out of every 100 years we were right."
I'm actually going to disagree with you, Pizzle. I don't even think hell's going to freeze over when the Cowboys win, because they're not going to win under Dak. I think the next time the Cowboys win a Super Bowl, it'll be with a quarterback that we're like, oh shit, that guy's good. It might be 20 years from now, but I think the next time they win a Super Bowl, 20, 30 years from now, it'll be with a real quarterback. I don't think it's going to be under Dak. I think the next time the Cowboys win a Super Bowl, Jerry Jones will probably be on the crossroads. God bless. It'll be 20, 30 years from now. The Cowboys will be, dare I say, a well-run organization, because Jerry Jones won't be there. They'll probably be run more like a corporate business or whatever. Because, the Sons never operate like the fathers. They just don't. Mark Davis ain't operating like Al Davis. Hank ain't operating like George. I think Stephen Jones probably won't be operating like Jerry Jones. It's going to be like 20, 30 years from now. They're going to have some Peyton Manning type of quarterback, and that's when they'll win their Super Bowl. It won't be no time soon, but, 20, 30 years from now, Pizzle, I think they'll probably get a Super Bowl.
Maybe.
Every franchise gets that one quarterback eventually. I think they'll get their one quarterback eventually. I don't think it's going to be under Dak. I think they'll probably keep Dak for like the next 10 years.
Well, I mean, we've already said in the show, like, they better get it this year. They fucked.
Yeah, they're fucked. But
they're getting ready to go through. They're like almost like, the Rams are fucked right now. They're super fucked. They sold their ass. They are.
I'm actually going to disagree with you. You know why I don't think the Rams are fucked?
They're super fucked.
You know why? You know why the Rams aren't fucked? Let me tell you why the Rams aren't fucked. And nobody pays attention to this, but since you brought it up, Pizzle, here's why the Rams are in great position. The Rams are probably in the best position of anybody. Jalen Ramsey, that's a first-round pick. Aaron Donald, that's 2 first-round picks. And Cooper Kupp is 2 first-round picks. They got 5 first-round picks between those 3 players. You trade Coop, you trade Donald, you trade Kupp.
Well, they better get to trading.
Huh?
They better get to trading.
Yeah, they better get to trading. But yeah, they got the easiest rebuild on the planet. Trade Cooper. That's 2 first.
But the Cowboys won't. I mean, the Cowboys they don't have that.
Now, the Cowboys are fucked. They don't got that. But as far as the Rams go, I'm like, why is everybody worried about the Rams? Aaron Donald is going for at least 2 first-rounders. At least 2 first-rounders. Because he's still in his prime. Cooper Kupp, smack dab middle of his prime. If Devontae went for 2 first-rounders, you know Kupp going for 2 first-rounders. And Jalen Ramsey is one of the 5 best corners on the planet. He's going to go for at least 1 first-rounder. Maybe 2 if you find a sucker. So I'm like, the Rams is fine. I'm like, the hell y'all worry about the Rams for? The fuck? The Rams is going to be just fine. They got their Super Bowl. Now they got 3 players who they know they can trade for first-round picks without a shadow of a doubt. Because they need a quarterback. Because here's what I think is going to happen with the Rams. I know this is a Giants show, but fuck it. I think McVay's going into the booth. I think Matthew Stafford's going to retire. And I think they trade Kupp, Donald, and Ramsey in the offseason.
Donald might retire too.
I don't think he's going to retire. I think Darnold going to end up on the Bills or the Chiefs. I think the Bills or the Chiefs will get 2 first-rounders to get him. I think that's what's going to happen. I think a contender, the Bills, the Chiefs, the Eagles, God forbid, the Eagles, they got all the first-round picks. It'd be the most Eagle shit in the world to give up their first-round picks to get them. I think a contender who doesn't care for the first-round picks, they're going to make a move for Aaron Donald. I could definitely see Aaron Donald ended up in Buffalo, Kansas City, the Eagles, people who don't care about them, who got multiple first-round picks. I could see that. That's just my prediction for what's going to happen with Aaron Donald.
Well, let me tell you this prediction for tomorrow. I don't think the Giants getting blown out.
Absolutely not. I think we cover that number.
That ain't happening.
I mean,
it ain't. I mean, I think it's going to be a tight game. I think it's going to be a tight ass game that could go either way. Is what I honestly believe.
If they get into the 4th quarter, I think Danny brings it home. If we can get into the 4th quarter, I think Danny brings it home, and Dak folds like a cheap chair, like he always does. That's my prediction. If it's a game in the 4th quarter, Danny brings it home, Dak folds. That's my prediction. If it's a game in the 4th quarter.
I might have to hand my YouTube channel over to you because if the Giants win, it's going to get. I'm going to be an ass all weekend. Yeah. Somebody going to have to stop me.
And then Pizzle, you gotta understand too. It's Dable versus McCarthy. I mean, the Cowboys committing penalties in the 4th quarter, doing dumb shit.
That's why it's like, to me, it's not like this Cowboys team is this juggernaut, this complete perfect team.
Nope.
They're not. They beat up on the fucking Vikings. But everybody thought no one was taking the Vikings serious when they were like 8-1.
Nope.
Nobody was taking them serious. They were fraudulent. Everybody was saying that shit. No one was comparing them to the fucking Bills or the Chiefs. Nobody was. We've been saying it all year long. The NFC's wide open.
Wide open.
Wide open. So any team that's considered number 1, the 7th seed can beat them. Or whoever the last team ends up being in the playoffs, the NFC can beat the number 1 seed. It's just the reality of the NFC this year.
And that's the thing too. When the Cowboys go against other teams with talent, they always fold like bitches. They never look tough versus the 49ers. They never look tough versus the Eagles. Next year, they're not going to look tough versus the Giants. When they go against teams that got as much talent as they do.
I'm sorry. I got people in here talking about Vikings beat the Bills. Man, that's what the Bills have been doing fucking all year long, is losing to bullshit teams. They lost to
They lost to Tua.
Nobody's even taking the Bills aren't even a serious, legitimate Super Bowl contending team because they've lost to so many dumb shit teams.
Lost to Zach Wilson, who just got
benched. Lost to the fucking Zach Wilson Jets. They lost to fucking Tua and the Dolphins. I know the Dolphins been doing the thing, but they lost to fucking Josh Allen lost to Tua, Zach Wilson, and Kirk Cousins. And I'm supposed to take the fucking Buffalo Bills seriously? Pretty much. Stop. Like they're just bullshit is what it is.
Pretty much. The only team I trust the Bills against are the Chiefs. Because outside of the Chiefs, they could lose anybody. Because reason, they take the Chiefs serious. The Chiefs get their full attention. Everybody else, Zach Wilson, yeah, Tua, yeah, Kirk Cousins, yeah.
Everybody, I mean, nobody even said the Bills were even like the best team. We've been preaching it.
I wouldn't be shocked if the Bills got upset by Tua in the wild card weekend. It wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't shock me. Tua, Lamar, any of them, Joe Burrow, it wouldn't shock me if he got upset in the first round. It wouldn't shock me. And I love Josh Allen, but something's just off.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Why are they losing this bullshit teams, Fist?
I can't explain it. They just
you don't see the Chiefs out here losing to bullshit teams.
Nope. You know, so I mean, and the Chiefs are gonna get home field. That's the thing. Chiefs are, whoever wins the NFC is gonna have to beat Mahomes in the Super Bowl. So,
I mean, if you put a gun to my head right now, there's only one team I could to save my life. They have to win the Super Bowl. I would pick the Chiefs.
Pretty much.
That's who I would pick. Gun to my head, save my life. I'd pick the Chiefs.
Yeah,
I wouldn't pick the fucking Bills.
Nah, I picked the Chiefs and just live with it. Whatever happens, happens. Because they're beating whoever comes out the NFC. All the Chiefs got to do is get to the Super Bowl. They can survive the Burrows, the Herberts, and the Bills, and whatever all they got to do is get through that gauntlet of quarterbacks in the AFC. Whoever come out the NFC gets smoked by Mahomes. Ain't nobody in the NFC, including the Giants, at least the Giants this season, built to.
And by the way, the team that they think is the best team in the NFC is barely above 500.
Exactly.
The 49ers.
Exactly. And Tom Brady, no, that team ain't built for it this year.
I'm just saying that's the difference in the two divisions. Is that
I would probably give the 49ers the best shot.
Yeah, but they're barely above 500.
Yeah, they're barely above 500, but I would give the 49ers.
That's what I'm saying. Shot. Like they're not even sniffing the number one seed right now. But that's what I'm getting at. Is the NFC is just it's kind of a bunch of bullshit. The way the standings are, like who's really taking the Eagles serious?
No, not me.
Who's really taking the Eagles serious? Who taking the Cowboys serious?
Only team I take it serious, Pizzle, and I said it last week. Only team I'm scared of is the 49ers. That's it. That's the only team I'm scared of.
They're barely above 500.
And they're barely above 500. But in a playoff game, I want no parts of Christian McCaffrey and Deebo Samuel running the fucking ball on me.
Yeah.
And Kittle catching bullshit on third down. I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the mood. I'm just sorry. And then you got to deal with Fred Warner and freaking Bosa and Nah, not in the mood for the 49ers in the playoff game. But I'm just saying, like, it's wide open. Their quarterback is still Jimmy G. The Jimmy G's going to throw you a pick or two a game. You just got to catch it.
That's true.
Shout out to Tyrone. All right, Kid Boo. He keeps reforming. Yeah, all right, we could do that. He could be like Kid Boo. I can rock with that. He could be like Kid Boo. I can rock with that. OBJ Kid Boo can't kill him. I can rock with that. I'm just shocked that the Dallas Mavericks were down 36 points to Boston in the third quarter, and they really cut it to single digits. Like, what the fuck am I watching right now? Like, I've been fascinated by this game. Like, I thought the Celtics are supposed to have this immaculate defense, and I'm just like, but Let's get them picks, Pizzle.
Do you know what you're gonna do?
No,
I mean, I can get my picks.
Let me think. Yeah, you can get picks. Let me just make sure I got.
I'm gonna give them 2 of them.
Oh, okay. Let's rock it up.
I don't even know if some of these cats in here even deserve 2 of them.
Nah, because there's some Cowboy fans in here. So
yeah, there's some people in here, some questionable people in here. But you know what? I'm gonna be nice.
Hold on, Pizzle. Before you do that,
my mama told me I was supposed to be nice on the holidays.
We had 99 likes. Don't give them nothing until we get to 100. Don't give them nothing till we get to 100.
And see, it's so stupid because we got the algorithm of YouTube. We got to depend on people to help us with the algorithm.
Yup. All right, there we go. All right, Pizzle.
I'm gonna give them 2. Right. First of all, the Bills -10 tomorrow.
Lay in the wood.
Man, they beating the Lions by at least 2 touchdowns tomorrow, Fisk. And you know me, I don't even like laying points. But they beating them by it's the Lions, man. They've been running too good, and they about to face a real machine that I said that wasn't no good 5 minutes ago.
Because they really probably smelling themselves after that Giants win. They probably smelling themselves.
Yeah. Bills win by 2 touchdowns. So that'll get you paid there. Then also tomorrow, yes, this is my second game. I'm gonna give them, and this is a typical Pizzle pick right here. This is a little dirty right here, Fist.
Okay.
Give me the Patriots plus 2.5 against them sorry ass Vikings. Matter of fact,
3.
Give them 3 then. Fine, do 3. But what I was gonna say is 2.5, 3. It don't fucking matter. Pats are winning that game. Pats are winning the game. 2 of them. I'll take the Bills. Call it the Pizzle Parlay Special. Bills minus the points. Patriots plus the points, but you could probably take the money line on that.
Agreed. I'm rocking with it. I'm rocking with that.
Better come to the show next weekend thanking me because I got you paid and you got some turkey.
That's a fact. My bet is going to shock y'all because y'all know I hate this player, but whatever. Give me the 3.5 points with Kyler Murray at home. I think the Cardinals win that game.
That's a must-win game for them.
Yeah, I think they win that game. The Chargers are cursed. That Charger team just nah. And maybe I'm a sucker for the Cardinals because I've been watching the end season Hard Knocks on the Cardinals, so now I'm starting to like some of the players. I love Cliff Kingsbury, by the way. Cliff is my guy. I like Cliff. I can see why people like him now. He's a cool dude. I rock with
Cliff. I don't really like Kyler though.
I
don't really like Kyler. He's different.
You know what's so weird? And I said it on my other channel when I reacted to the 49er game. This is the first Hard Knocks ever. Whatever version of Hard Knocks you want to think of. They don't follow the quarterback home. I wonder why. It's like the Cardinals is like, we're not going to show Kyler Murray playing Call of Duty on Hard Knocks. We're not doing. I'm telling you, I've never seen a quarterback not get followed home on Hard Knocks. It's like they're hiding him playing Call of Duty at home. They're hiding it, Pizzle. We're not stupid.
It's like he's playing. It's like they running plays, and he thinks he's doing his own thing, and the other 10's doing something else. The other 10 players on the field.
Because you know how they normally do one offensive player, one defensive player, and the head coach.
Yep.
They're literally doing J.J. Watt, Buda Baker, and Cliff Kingsbury. They are not showing Kyler Murray home at all.
In the last episode, they basically focused on Colt McCoy too a lot.
Colt McCoy's funny as hell, by the way. Yeah, Colt McCoy's funny as hell. He's funny. You know what I'm saying? He got the old man swag going on. I'm rocking with Colt McCoy right now, but like, and I'm actually upset because Kyler Murray is kind of comical to me. Like watching Kyler Murray, like the way, like he's funny. Like when he cursed out his right tackle for crying about blocking Aaron Donald at dinner was fucking hilarious. Like Kyler Murray in like the calmest voice you would ever hear, Pizzle, was like, yo, do your fucking job, bro. He's eating some nachos and he's cursing out the offensive lineman. He's like, bro, do your fucking job, bro. It's a fucking screen. How fucking hard is it to block on a fucking screen, bro? Do your fucking job, bro. And I'm like, and I just bursted out laughing because Kyler Murray is so calm. And they're at the dinner table just chilling. And out of nowhere, Kyler Murray with some nachos in his mouth just start cursing out the offensive lineman. I couldn't have wrote that any better. I was fucking dying.
He's just a different cat.
He's different, but he just the way he said it because he was so calm and he was eating some nachos and it was at dinner and then he just like he ripped. I was like, oh shit! It was just too funny, man. Kyler Murray is funny as hell, man. He's fucking hilarious. But shout out to Jada God. Odell is Future Trunks coming to save Goku. I don't know for what Odell is at this point. Just save Daniel Jones by any means necessary.
Listen, if he signs,
you could be Yajirobe for all I fucking care. Just save Daniel Jones.
If he signs with the Cowboys, he's ass.
Now he signed with the Cowboys. He's public enemy number one. His whole legacy with New York is just we pissing on it at that point. He will never be forgiven if he signed with Dallas. He'll never be forgiven. Here's the thing. It's not. I did hate these people, but what happens is when you get to see these guys on Hard Knocks or these documentaries where they like go behind the scenes, sometimes you end up liking them.
Yeah,
that's what happens. Sometimes you end up liking them, and that's just the Cardinals. I kind of like some of these players. I do. I'm not gonna lie to you. I kind of like some of them. Like I rock with Cliff Kingsbury in his Playboy mansion that he gave us a tour of. I fucks with it.
Mm-hmm.
My man Cliff got the crib. I fuck with it.
He got a great crib.
That house is fucking beautiful, man. Oh my gosh. But shout out to Tyrone, Nightcap, Fisk. I need one more Danny rant for the night because he fell from the sky. He was glowing. Angels was crying and the jungle was quiet. Listen, let me tell you something. When Daniel Jones fell from the sky and that Super Saiyan pod and it opened up, everything stopped. Everything. The trucks on the highway, the movies at the fucking theater, people having sex, everything stopped. Okay? When Daniel Jones was born, time skipped by like 60 seconds. The whole world stopped. Okay? People thought the cable was out. People's calling the electricians. Everything stopped, Pizzle. And it was silence. It was silence. You could hear nothing. Nothing. And then everything went back to normal. The world ain't know what happened. I'm just letting you know something now. When Daniel Jones gets his weapons, shit gonna be real. It's gonna be real. Right now, Daniel Jones is like, he's like at that point in the video game. Have you ever played Metal Gear? I don't know if y'all old enough to have played Metal Gear. But there's always a part in Metal Gear where Solid Snake gets captured or Raiden gets captured or Big Boss gets captured and they get interrogated. Raiden got interrogated by Ocelot. Solid Snake got interrogated by Ocelot. And what will happen is when you escape the interrogation room, you don't got your weapons. You gotta make do without your weapons for a little bit. But then when you get your weapons back, you go destroy the Metal Gear and you vanquish the enemy. That's what Daniel Jones is gonna do. See, Daniel Jones right now, he's being interrogated. He's been captured by the enemy. But when he breaks free and he rendezvous with his weapons, with the motherfucker who's gonna give him his shit back, he's gonna come back. He's gonna vanquish that Metal Gear in Philly, and he's gonna get rid of that evildoer in Dallas, and he's gonna save the day, fuck the broad, hoist the trophy, and win the MVP. That's just what's gonna happen. This is the worst you will ever see Daniel Jones for the next 10 years, Pizzle. This is it. This is the worst version of Daniel Jones you're gonna see for the next 10 years. Because he's gonna get some weapons, and once he gets his weapons, this shit is over. This shit is over. It's over because he don't throw interceptions. He don't. The Lions game was the first time he threw a pick, and what was it, 145 passes, Pizzle? He went without throwing an interception.
Yeah.
He's fixed the turnover issue. He's already clutch. He's already been nicknamed Vanilla Vic because he got wheels. What more do you need out of a quarterback?
Mm-hmm.
He's got it all, baby. He just ain't got no weapons. Watch. This is the worst, Pizzle. This is the worst Daniel Jones is going to be for the next 10 years. This is his, and what is Daniel Jones, 24?
No. I think he's 20.
He's not older than 25. There's no way he's older than 25.
I think he's 25.
Because he's not older than Saquon Barkley. I think Saquon Barkley is turned 26 this year.
Yes.
And I know he ain't older than Saquon. So quarterbacks with nutrition.
25.
Danny's gonna play till he's 40. Let's call it what it is, right?
Here's the thing too. If the Giants don't give him, I know we talked about 20. You said something about 25. If the Giants don't give him over 25, there's going to be a team out there that's going to give him over 25.
Oh hell yeah!
Somebody's going to do it.
We share a building with the team that's going to do it. We share a building with them.
You might be right.
The Jets, if Danny hits the free agent market, you can fucking forget about it. You can fucking forget it. The Jets is going to be calling. The Colts are going to be calling. It's going to be a fucking bidding war to get that kid. New Orleans is going to be calling because they hate Jameis. Jameis is fully healthy, and they still starting Andy Dalton. It's going to be a bidding war. You know who might call him too? Believe it or not, the Rams. If Stafford really does retire and the Rams say, maybe we don't have to blow this up. Maybe we can go get Danny.
I bet Washington calls him.
Washington's going to fucking call him. It's going to be a bidding war for Daniel Jones because there's going to be a lot of teams who won a lot of games and are a quarterback away who are going to be calling the fuck out of Daniel Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Because nobody wants Jimmy G, Pizzle. If a team wanted Jimmy G, they could have traded for Jimmy G all offseason. So you know that nobody's kicking down the door to get Jimmy G. The Lions, Pizzle, they might want to. They'll probably call Danny too. There's going to be a lot of teams bidding for Daniel Jones, which is why I honestly think that we're going to tag him. And I think if Joe Shane was smart, he would bring Odell to the Giants because that would be his best bet of keeping Saquon if he doesn't tag Saquon. Just being honest with you. If you got OBJ there, you bring back Shep on a 1-year deal because God knows we ain't got no fucking receivers. Be like, look, Saquon, you're going to leave Shep. You're going to leave Danny. You're going to leave OBJ. You're going to leave your friends. Take this for $15 million and shut the fuck up. It can work like that. How you feel about that, Pizzle?
Yeah. No, I think we've talked about this a lot. Like I would love to see Danny actually have some competent receivers around him. And if OBJ's that guy, I would love that to be happen. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you, but OBJ is not the future. OBJ can save us this year, and he could be a solid number 2 next year, and he could mentor our future receiver. Our future receiver is playing on Saturday right now.
Yeah,
I don't know which one, Pizzle, but whoever we take in the first round, I'm gonna trust Dable and Kafka. I'm gonna trust Dable and Kafka.
The thing that I'm saying though is every year there's always these questions about what is Danny, like what is he like, and some of it's been because the offensive line's been bad. Well, the offensive line's been okay this year, but now we don't have weapons. And it kind of sounds like we just constantly just make fucking excuses for Danny, but it's just reality. One year he didn't have Saquon. One year he doesn't have an offensive line. One year he doesn't have weapons. It's like, when is it ever going to be just fair for him and he's got everything completely?
Pretty much.
Never has it.
The owner admitted it. Even the owner, John Mara, came out and said, bro, we've done everything in the world to screw him up. Even the owner, even John Mara knows they fumble in the bag with Danny. Even the owner knows.
Mm-hmm.
How often do you ever see an owner admit they fucking up like that? I was shocked John Mara actually said that publicly. Because we wasn't doing a show at that time, Pizzle. Because we didn't start our show till training camp. But
let me say this: it ain't Joe Shane's decision.
Nope.
It's going to be Brian Daboll's decision.
Oh, you talking about Danny or the wide receiver?
I'm talking about Danny.
Oh, I thought that was a Mara decision.
No, I think Mara's going to play a part in it, but I think it's going to come down to what Brian Daboll wants. And to me, his interactions on the sidelines tells me he cares about Danny.
Yeah, he likes Danny. Joe Judge loved him too. I think because what happens is when you don't watch Daniel Jones, you can't appreciate him. But when you get into the building and you're Brian Daboll and you're like, oh shit, I'm only winning because of this guy, the reality sinks in. And it's like, so I'm telling you, Brian Daboll's like, oh, now I see why Joe Judge got fired. He lost this guy. Because if Daniel Jones got injured tomorrow, God forbid, we won't win another game. Let's just call it what it is.
1,000%.
He's the team.
He's the
5 game winning drives. 5. And we got how many wins? 7. What'd that tell you?
Yep. Hopefully tomorrow's another one.
I don't even want to come to that. I hope we blow the doors off that fucking team. I don't even want to go to that. I hope we blow the doors off of the Cowboys. For real. I hope it's fumbles, interceptions, kickoff return. I just hope it's an onslaught. I really do. I just hope it's an avalanche of bad luck for the Cowboys.
It would be nice.
But anything else you need to cover, Pizzle?
Just want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving. Hope they enjoyed and hopefully the Giants give us something to be happy about.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Everybody enjoy your turkey. Oh, and by the way, I got to go on this rant real quick. Thanksgiving is a fake holiday. Y'all not going to eat nothing tomorrow that y'all asses can't cook on a regular basis. I hate Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is stupid. It's stupid. Thanksgiving is so stupid. I understand Independence Day because that's the day we're saying we won the war. We got our freedom for Britain. I get Independence Day. Hell, I even get Christmas. Make up an excuse to give people gifts. I get it. But Thanksgiving, really? In a world, Pizzle, where we made
it's a man-made holiday.
Nah, but it's dumb because we made Washington change their name. We make the Indians change their name, and we make all these teams change their names because we care so much about Indians. But yet we still celebrate fucking Thanksgiving. It makes no sense. It just makes no sense to me. I'm like, okay, wait a minute. How can we be so sensitive and claim we care about the Indians and Native Americans, whatever the fuck? But yet we gonna celebrate Thanksgiving, and all they did, all they did on Thanksgiving, them pilgrims, them motherfuckers, all they did was slaughter a bunch of fucking Indians when they was sleep with the itis. That's all they did. This makes no sense. And then on top of that, Thanksgiving food is regular shit. It's regular shit. There's nothing special about Thanksgiving food. You can have turkey. I eat turkey twice a week because I love turkey on my sandwiches. Motherfuckers eat stuffing and gravy every other fucking day. Macaroni and cheese and potatoes, whatever the fuck you eat that shit all the time. Somebody make Thanksgiving make sense. It don't make no sense. The most popping part about Thanksgiving It's Black Friday. And we shouldn't even be calling it Black. Why I gotta be Black Friday? Why I can't be Blue Friday? Why I gotta be Black Friday? Black Friday when everything go on sale. The fuck? I'm just saying, like, this shit don't make no sense. Somebody got to point this out. Y'all know I bitch about Thanksgiving every year. I can't stand Thanksgiving. And then Pizzle, they put on a Thursday. That's another thing that bothers me with Thanksgiving. It don't even have a day. Thanksgiving is the only holiday on the calendar besides Easter, because I don't think Easter has a day either. They don't have a day.
I know.
It's the third Thursday. It's the last Thursday of the month. Thanksgiving could be anywhere from the 20th to the 30th. Oh, it's the last Thursday of the month. How the fuck did we even know they killed them Indians on the last Thursday? Did Thursday exist when they slaughtered them people after eating that food? Did Thursday even fucking exist in the 1500s?
They gave thanks and then slaughtered them.
You're like, what the fuck, bro? Nah, you know what Thanksgiving should be? Thanksgiving should be the purge. That's what Thanksgiving should be. Thanksgiving should be when you go kill the ops. That's what Thanksgiving should fucking be. Thanksgiving is when you eat dinner and at a set time, America goes into the purge. We should eat dinner at 4 o'clock, go slide on the ops at 7 o'clock. That's what Thanksgiving should really be. And we just keeping it all the way funky out here. Fucking Thanksgiving. Might as well let Snyder go back to the Redskins at that point. Fucking Thanksgiving. What a joke. I wonder how the Native Americans feel about Thanksgiving. I wonder how many Native Americans are celebrating Thanksgiving. Yeah, well, we gonna and you know, Indians don't eat that turkey shit. They was hunting buffaloes and eating leaves and shit. They weren't eating no fucking turkey. So here's the thing. If you're a Native American, how you gonna celebrate Thanksgiving? Yeah, well, we gonna eat this food and we just gonna forget that the Pilgrims, they slaughtered old poor little Pocahontas and shit. She got slaughtered after they ate Thanksgiving. The fuck out of here. Thanksgiving. And all these fast food restaurants and shit got the nerve to close on Thanksgiving. Bullshit. If I was president, this would not be a national holiday. Removing this bitch from national holiday consideration.
That'd be your first order of business.
Yeah. Well, no. My first order of business is I'm conquering Canada and Mexico. They should not be allowed to exist on my territory and not bend the knee to me. I'm sorry. I don't understand why. Why did them Pilgrims stop at Mexico? I don't get that. When they took over Texas, they should have just kept going into Mexico. The Mexican government couldn't fuck with us in the 1800s. We should have took over Mexico. And then we should have took over Canada. I don't know why they stopped where they stopped at. They should have just kept conquering land. Like, let's end the show before I start saying some reckless shit. Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving. This has been episode 20 of the Giants Outsiders. We will see y'all next week.